Hi, and this is day 30 of my 30-day English speaking challenge. And yeah, I'm already at day 30, the last day. So, this video has been delayed due to I had been contemplating on something. I all I actually originally thought that the last day would be some sort of kind of like different from the last 29 videos that I uploaded. I was thinking that this should be kind of like a cinematic video, but you know what? I decided not to go into that version because I wanted to keep things consistent with the with the theme or with the challenges with the last 29 uploads. So yeah, I actually filmed about 2 weeks ago for this day 30, but I was not satisfied, so I scrapped it off and just let another week go by. And yeah, this is the last video that I'll be uploading, and the reason one that's another reason that's one reason of the delay, and another reason because is I was contemplating on something. Last video I already said that I that this challenge is part of a bigger picture that I had in mind. So with that, of all the challenge, this is actually just an experiment, and yeah, this is an experiment. And out of all experiment, I just choose to do this 30-day English speaking challenge because, well, number one, you already know. I was already know. I already told this that this is to practice speaking English myself. I don't have an avenue to really practice my English speaking skills. So this is one. Although I um, um, uh, although I could already speak in English, but I am not yet satisfied. I actually work at a call center company, but it was a non-voice account, so I don't have that much of an exposure speaking in terms of speaking. So more so more my main training was just for writing or responding in responding to customers in a written format, a foreign customers in a written format. So it's not basically a training ground for speaking and developing my English speaking skills. So yeah, um, that's one of the reasons why I did this. Number two is also, I know I'm not really good. At least I'm not satisfied with how I sound like, or how I speak in English. So I know I'm going to cringe when when I filmed myself and uploaded it on the internet. And excuse me. When I uploaded this on the internet, and someone might see it, and I'm going to see myself on the internet. So this is kind of training myself to be comfortable with cringe. So this is actually cringe when you see yourself and you don't like the sound of your voice, the way you speak, and the way you you just talk in front of the camera, and your gestures. You're actually vulnerable when Ah, yeah, I think you know what I mean. So I'm trying to embrace that. I'm trying to be comfortable with that cringeness that I will feel. So I think I am already I already passed that, at least at this point. So I passed the cringe test, at least for myself. Then the third reason for this is that since I myself I myself will cringe, think that I will cringe, I also am trying to get past the 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 fear of being known as being seen as trying hard, and also the thought of me the thought that someone I know, or a family or my friends or someone that I know, my relatives, will see this, might see this, and because it's the internet and anyone could see it. So I'm trying to get past that fear and be comfortable with me being seen like this, as vulnerable, or saying as kind of like trying hard. No. uh yeah, I'm trying to get all of that to I'm trying to get that. I think you know what I mean. Yeah, basically I'm just trying to be comfortable with being cringe and being vulnerable in front of other people, especially the ones who know me personally. All right, so future Raj here. I just wanted to add to the story that I kind of forgot to mention on the story on how this started. I, I just want to mention this person who had been a catalyst for starting this challenge, which was Brandon. It actually started with Thomas Norman. I had a similar challenge that I did. I kept on mentioning that way on the previous videos or previous uploads, that I have a similar challenge, which was 30-day talking to camera challenge. It was inspired by Thomas Norman, and then I decided to redo the challenge when I saw the video of Brandon Chang, and which was him speaking for 60 seconds as part of his public speaking challenge. So yeah, that was one of those stories on why I started the 30-day challenge. So yeah, um, that's all. Let's go back to the regular program. Yeah, let's go back to the regular program because we're about to have our dinner. Yeah, that's one of that. Those are the reasons of this experiment, because because I said earlier that I had been contemplating on something, and that something is whether or not I will go or venture into content creation. So I'm trying to make myself be comfortable with speaking in front of the camera, and the English, the English part, the English speaking challenge was actually a a some sort of, yeah, a challenge, an added challenge, not just facing in front of the camera, but also the struggle of being vulnerable, being looking like a trying hard person, but trying to take it to just expose with it and be really comfortable with the cringeness that I might feel during the process. Because I believe that speaking in front of camera and doing content creation will actually be cringy, especially if you're starting. And if peop and since I'm trying to be comfortable with that concept, I wanted myself to be ready to be, yeah, comfortable when someone else saw me trying to speak in English, and it is trying to speak in front of the camera, and it's kind of like a normal thing, because at first people may tease you, especially someone that you know, but as you repeat the process of doing this, and it's your job, or what it's already what you are doing, I think soon enough they will be they will also be familiar or be used to what you're doing. In my case, if I'm going to pursue content creation, if I'm going to try content creation, I wanted myself to to be I wanted myself and the others to be familiar, to be used to what I am doing. So training myself to let others, to remove myself, that to remove the thought that someone might be listening and it's going to be cringy, or it's going to be humiliating, embarrassing, any other thoughts that could keep you, that that someone who's starting fears, any of those feelings. So that this is this is the reason of the challenges, and also to train myself to be much more consistent, because I think being a content creator, or documenting your life, even just documenting your life in general, requires some sort of a commitment to do things consistently. And during the past 29 days, that is actually easy if you're just going to talk to in front of the camera. But if you're going to do a content creation, that's some sort of a, a commitment, because you have to think of content every single day. I don't know. I don't know. That's just my thought. So with that challenge, that is some sort of a practice for me to do, to gauge whether or not I could do this. I think I could do this. I could do it. But I just need some sort of commitment, or to really do the thing. We'll see in the future. We'll see in the next coming days if I will really go pursue that. But hopefully yes. And if I'm going to really pursue this, I think I should not be. I should not shy away from it. Like, I should admit it to myself that I am doing this, and that's okay. And whatever reaction they will make, people may tease, but that I should be fine with it, because I already did it. So this is some sort of a proof that I had been doing this. So there's no, I can't deny. I can I cannot deny it anymore, because I have proofs that I did it. So that's if I'm going to label myself, you're a content creator. Yes, in some ways, and this is the proof. So I I basically just saying that plunging myself, getting my 2 feet. So the video has been cut because I have my phone memory is full. So I'll make this quick. So as I said, plunge myself my 2 feet into the water. I don't know if that makes sense. So I just have to make things exist, and I'll try to improve later. Yeah, basically that is just the gist of all this of the past 30-day challenge, to make myself comfortable in front of the camera and embrace cringeness. Yeah, that's it. Whew. Regarding the experience, it was it was actually a good experience that I did that, because I'd say that I am much more comfortable speaking in front of the camera, even with a broken English. At least for me, that is a broken English. I'm not yet good with it. Yeah, and also I just want to thank all the people that encourage me along the way. There are some few people who encourage me because, you know, I actually think that is what I'm doing was nonsense, but since there are other people who's watching, even though although it's not really, I don't I'm not really relying on it, but those people who cheer on and give their own comments and suggestions, I really appreciate that. And yeah, just wanted to thank you all and wish you luck always. Yeah, always appreciate it. Appreciate all the kind words that you said during this challenge, this journey. Yeah, hope you always have a nice day, and thank you so much again. I really can't say enough. I really don't know what to say. Yeah, I guess that's all for this video, and see you maybe. Yeah, this is it. This is the end. So have a nice day.